Hey everyone, welcome back. You may have remembered around a month ago we posted a video on how to make a table out of some leftover vinyl and some wood pieces. And guess what? It was extremely popular. We posted it on Facebook Marketplace, and in just 2 weeks' time, we were able to make over $1,000 just from selling these tables. So we wanted to recap and come back to this for you guys and show you how you can do it yourself. I know sometimes when you're starting out, it can be difficult to kind of figure out something that you can do. But again, all this was originally was a bunch of scrap wood that we had and some leftover vinyl pieces. And my husband here was able to figure out something to do with it, and it happened to be one of the things that hit, and we've been able to sell a lot of them. So if you want to use this as inspiration to make a bunch of them and sell them yourselves, please go ahead and continue dreaming. So you can see here he started off by putting two small pieces together to make a T shape. This wood has been stained, but again, you could paint it if you wanted it to be a different color, and he's using wood screws here to secure them together. So it's a small T, and then it's 3 pieces cut to the same length that will act as this unique base and legs for the table itself. So just repeating the process here to put the rest of the legs on and complete that. All right, so as he finishes up putting these together, let's talk about using Facebook Marketplace. It is free to use, and it is a great way to make lots of sales. We've definitely had to fiddle around with it a little bit to find out the best way to actually capitalize on the settings and the best way to make the sales. What's really, really interesting is that we actually use 2 different Facebook accounts to post the table. And one of them absolutely blew up, and we had tons of customers on them, and one of them had almost no activity. So as much as possible, you want to make sure when you are using Facebook Marketplace and other selling that you at least get the ad posted more than once from a different account, because you just never know how those algorithms are going to hit and when it's going to take off. You want to make sure that you have a really clear title or description, and really nobody's going to read the actual detailed description. So make sure you have as much information as possible in that title that you have there of what's available. So you can see he's got these legs together now, and he's just adding that final T piece in at the bottom to make a solid leg structure, and then he'll be using the drill to screw each of those in and together. Another key when you're using Marketplace is to make sure that you get some really, really good pictures. We'll post some of them at the end of the video here that we used. All we did was take the tables and, pose them around our house in different scenarios. Just like kind of staging your house, you want to make sure that customers are able to kind of visualize the tables in their own space. And then we had a lot of customers that when they would see, again, nobody reads the description. So when they would see the pictures, they'd be asking us, where we got them or if they were used or anything like that. So we just made sure that in the title, we made it really clear that they're brand new, that they're made to order. And a lot of the customers on Marketplace, as a lot of things on there are resale and reuse, really got excited about the fact that they were brand new tables built to order for them. We did have a few people asking about alternative heights or different things like that, but we really just kept it simple, kept them all the same so that we were able to make a bunch of them on the daily, and the orders just started to fly in. And like we said, in just 2 weeks' time, we were able to make more than we ever thought we could. So you see here now that the legs are done, we're going about adding them to another piece. You don't start by adding it to the tabletop right away because you want to be able to get it nice and secure. So we've grabbed this other piece of wood that we have here. We're just marking it out to make sure that it's nice and centered. And then it'll get screwed onto this piece of wood before that wood then gets adhered to the vinyl tabletop itself. I think my absolute favorite thing about this whole situation here is that really we originally made these tables for ourselves. So I had mentioned that we needed to replace our side tables, and my husband had come up with this way to do it with the scrap vinyl. We do now use these sample vinyls for the ones that we're selling, but we never originally made it with the intention of selling it. We just, found a way to make something that we really, really liked. And then we thought we would share it and see if other people liked it too. And they definitely did. So whatever your thing is that you're doing, if there's something that you've come up with that you think is neat in your own home and people are giving you compliments on, that's a great way to start out and turn it into a little bit of a business that can make you some money on the side. So here at this point, he's using a drill. He's not drilling all the way through. This drill is bigger than the actual screws themselves, but he's just making some space so that the head of the screw can go all the way down flush, because we know that the top is actually going to go on top of this here, and we want to make sure that it will be able to be secured flat and that the screws aren't sticking out. So just making that little indent about halfway through for the top of the screw, and then the screw itself will actually go all the way down through. Another thing about selling, when we did go to do it, we were really, really honest with people about exactly what this was. I myself was personally really nervous selling something that we'd made ourselves, because there's always going to be slight imperfections. We're not professional table builders, where we work in the vinyl flooring industry. But we were just really, really honest. We had already made the video on how to make it, and it was on the YouTube channel. We linked that in the ad that we had. We explained that we were making them, that what exactly they were made out of, what the material was, why we love them in our home. And that seemed to really resonate with people, though we weren't trying to pass it off as something that it wasn't. We weren't charging a crazy high price for them or making them some sort of premium, so those expectations were not super high. But the customers that got them were absolutely thrilled. And personally, in our house, I absolutely love having the surface of the table as vinyl. The fact that vinyl is waterproof is just absolutely phenomenal. No more need for coaster, no more reminding people or the kids about trying to use coasters, no more worrying about the table surface. I know that it's secure, and it's so easy to wipe down and clean, and I absolutely love the look of it, especially given the business that we work in. But we do know that lots of the customers and people that have bought them from us absolutely love them in their home, and we're starting to get, those pictures of people incorporating them into their design aesthetic, and I absolutely love seeing it. So yes, obviously that extra money is wonderful, but I think it's really, really cool to see. So you can see the top there, the pattern that we've gone with. Like I said, these are leftover and cut off vinyl pieces that we've cut into squares that we've just super glued together there, and then router cut into a circular shape, and we're just using that PL Premium glue to adhere it to that base that we've now created. If you want to see the full video, step by step, all the detailed instructions, please hit that subscribe button and check it out on our channel. Like I said, he's just going about making another one of these here for the many, many orders that we have lined up from Facebook Marketplace. And so I thought I would just show you along the way and talk about how we did this. The PL glue takes about 24 hours to fully set. So now that it's made, it's going to get clamped together, and it's going to have some time to set before we send it off to our customers. We did decide to sell these and post them in pairs. We found that because they are a unique side table, a lot of people were interested in having more than one of them. So we did go about pricing them that way. And we found a lot of success with that. So always with it, whatever you decide to go with, kind of think about how you would use it in your own home. And then that's generally going to be a really great thing. So this has been left for 24 hours, and we're going to come back and remove those clamps, and have our beautiful finished product. Honestly, guys, we're absolutely blown away by the response that we've had to these tables. You really never know what's going to hit. So, we really want to encourage you all to stick with it, and you will definitely find your thing. At the moment, we're actually not even able to keep up with the number of orders that we've been having for these, because we do have a really busy schedule with our business. So, get on out there, give it a try, put yourself out there. You never know what you're going to do. When we were considering the pricing, we did look around at what some other items are. While this is quite unique, we were aware of, kind of the market that was around it and the place that this would be in it. And we ended up pricing these at $50 for 2 side tables, which we think is really, really reasonable. Obviously, we started looking at what customers would be willing to pay, and then we did some calculations to make sure that there was still money to be made on that given the time that we took. For us, there's really not a lot of materials going into this. Like we said, that the vinyl is coming from free samples and scraps. The wood is mostly left over, so it's mostly just the staining and some of the screws, although we do have a lot of those around as well. And that's basically it. We're really proud that something that we created that we love in our own homes is something that other people are loving as well. And we really just hope that whatever it is that you love making and have created, that you'll be able to turn it into a business that makes you some money too. So if you like this video or the advice was helpful, please hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to support our work, and we'll see you in the next video.